Young girls, don't cry. You're not alone in the fight. The broken, the unspoken. We can't heal if the wound is open. If you like to see us bleed, you cry and ignore when you are. When the lonely pain in life I have to see, to gain for their own benefit. Be strong, be brave. You're too far away from the grave. Stand tall. We are here. We don't know the spirit of fear. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. Liberia, when will we stop being the inferior? Our vulnerable children, stripped of their innocence. It feels like no one here to see is bleeding. Your cry is ignored when you are ill. When the wrong, the pain, and lies are kept a secret, to gain for their own benefit. Be strong, be brave. You're too far away from the grave. Stand tall. We are here. We don't know the spirit of fear. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. We will overcome. Yes, we will overcome. We will overcome. Yes, we will. Let me be a beacon when they answer their prayers. Let me be a beacon. Let me be a beacon. Say a little louder. Answer their prayers. Young girls, don't cry. You're not alone in the fight.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Tony Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today is October the 6th. What have we to wake up to this morning? on the West Coast, the California oil spill is wreaking havoc among the wildlife, the ocean animals down there. This is a catastrophe. Animals are dying. And this oil spill has to be brought under control. When did the Coast Guard know about it? When did the state know about it? How long has this oil been leaking on the West Coast? Now, people got to go there and start helping to preserve the wildlife, to help the wild animals from being covered with oil. We're going through this again. So the beaches, the California beaches, most of them are closed. I don't know. I didn't check on the news this morning to check how many there were, but some of them are closed. We also see that Andrew Yang has written a new book and he's founded a new party called Forward State. You know, Andrew Yang was the presidential candidate, the young Asian. So he's been finding ways to resolve our economic problem. Now he has just founded his party called the Forward Party. He's just written a book on it called Forward something. I just saw it on the news. So check it out. Get into that. Let's see what Andrew Yang is up to. Okay? Well, let's pay attention to my country, man. Let's get into my topics for this morning. My three topics for this morning are: one, Ghana's Buduburum Liberian refugee camp. Two, dissolve the coalition of political parties. And three, the Patriot. Let's start with my first topic. Ghana's Buduburum Liberian refugee camp. This is a serious problem that's going on in Ghana right now. I got people in Ghana right now communicating with some people in Ghana, and they've been telling me how they were trying to break their houses down, demolish their places, trying to get them out of the refugee camp. Now, let's go to the historical aspect of this whole thing. This Buduburum refugee camp was established in the late 1980s, 1989, 1990. It was in December 1989, on December 24th, in that area, in that time frame when the Ghanaian ship, it was during our civil war. The war had just started. People were fighting. The Ghanaians sent their ship to evacuate their citizens from Monrovia. And when the ship went to Monrovia, hundreds of Liberians boarded the ship seeking safe passage from the war and killing in Monrovia. So the ship took them. I think the first batch was 5,000. There were 5,000 Liberians that were on the first ship. They took them as refugees from Monrovia to Accra, Ghana. When they got to Ghana, the Ghanaian chiefs in the area got together and donated land to be used as temporary camps for the Liberians to settle. So this was called the Buduburum area. It was a undeveloped area, a vast undeveloped area. There were snakes, scorpions, all kind of things there. The Liberians had to go clean up the area, do away with all the animals and the wildlife, and they started their camp, the refugee camp there during the war. Over the years, this camp has grown exponentially. It has grown, and now from 1990 to 1992, the 5,000 that were taken there settled in this camp. It's in the central part of Ghana, in the what the area is called Kumasi. Hold on a minute. That's the central part of Ghana. So Koroma or Koroma area district, the central part of Ghana. This is where this camp was. These 5,000 people settled there. This was between 1990 to 1992. Since that time, this whole area was 140 acres of land. It was tribal land that the chiefs got together in that district and donated to be temporarily used as a camp for Liberian refugees during our Civil War. So by June 2004, this camp had grown so big. There were 52,000 Liberians living in that camp. It had all grown its boundaries. And the Liberians were from the camp were extending into the neighboring villages and all of that. And jealousy, social issues, ethnic issues, all the things began to develop. Liberia's Truth and Economic and Reconciliation Commission had the commissioner in the camps there trying to gather information from the people about the war. And we are fortunately that one of the people that were there was Massa Washington. And I was watching the issue program this morning with Volcano Shelton. And she was giving us some in-depth education about this refugee camp in Ghana for Liberians. So when she went there in June 2004, she said this camp had grown to over 52,000 Liberians, refugees. It had the help of the United Nations High Commission. It had the help of the Ghanaian Council for resettling refugees, Liberian refugees. And through the UN, a hospital was built with a mortuary, a modern police station. Liberians developed that place, built their houses. With help from the US, they started their businesses. And this was one of the things that generated feelings of jealousy too. Because our Liberian people there now working, all this money coming from America to their relatives in Ghana. People started building, advancing, expanding the area. So by 2006, when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf became president of Liberia, this Buduburum camp was well developed. So the problem came with resettlement. Were some of these people going to be able to leave this camp to go home? According to Massa Washington, 20,000 of them left after Ellen Johnson Sirleaf became president in 2006. She said the number dropped from 52,000 to 32,000 Liberians on the camp. So between 2004 and 2006, there was repatriation of Liberians, resettlement in Liberia. Some Liberians left, coming home with the hope that there will be peace in the country, that they will be able to find jobs, there will be housing. So some of them left and came. The ones that stayed there, the Ghanaians tried to amalgamate them in the society, tried to integrate them into the society. There were efforts to integrate some of them. Some of them refused to be integrated. The Ghanaian laws, the citizenship laws are different from our laws. The people are not as generous with their citizenship as we are in Liberia. So there's difficulty with their laws. So there are Liberians in Ghana now still. Remember, since Ellen Johnson became president, there were 20,000 that left. So the approximate 32,000 Liberians that are still in that camp or in Ghana, some of them became Ghanaian citizens. They integrated because Ghana started an integrator program to help some of the Liberians integrate into the Ghanaian system, and some of them did. The others could not integrate because some of them could not meet the residential requirements. Some of them had relatives who had died, and there were older people there who had nobody to take care of them and their documents and things like that, so they had to stay in the camp. And there were many other problems. Some other Liberians did not meet the Ghanaian residential status for citizenship, which is different from Liberia. The people protect their citizenship. They don't just give it out like we give out our citizenship with naturalization, all that. It's so complicated. I was listening to the issue today with Fukino Shelton, and they had a Liberian from Ghana trying to explain how even if you married to a Ghanaian, the people gotta accept you in their system for your children to be identified Ghanaians. They may be called Ghanaian on record in the document area, but when it comes to the physicality of the aspect of citizenship, they were denied citizenship because they were not born in Ghana. So these people are facing problems here. So right on this camp now, this camp has grown. The chiefs want their camp back. Liberians have been in Ghana for 31 years. That's a long time. 3+ decades. I got people from Ghana calling me every day too. Especially last month when they were threatening to break down the camps. They didn't do it. They have extended it to December now. So they got this month and next month to seek refuge somewhere. So there's not the threat of breaking the building, demolishing the buildings no more. But people were afraid because they were going to demolish. The chiefs are complaining that there are social issues, prostitution, stealing, crimes, everything in these areas. And they want their property back. The land is tribal land. It was a grant to the Liberian people for 31 years now. It's too long. They want the land back because Ghana is expanding and growing and all of that. So there are serious problems our people are facing. One, there are many children, people in the camps, living in the camps, that have no home in Liberia. They are totally displaced. Some of them left during the war. Some of them were transported there without their parents. The people died. They got older people there who were taken there by their children. The children dead or something happened and only the elders there now, without anybody to take care of them, they just existing there. And these are the problems they're facing. We talk about repatriation, resettlement in Liberia. They have great issues too. A lot of the children ain't got nowhere in Liberia. They have no family to return to. They left during the war. Some of their relatives died. They don't even know nothing about Liberia. You put them down, they send them excuse me. You put them in the center of Monrovia now, they will not know which way to turn. Because they have nobody in Liberia. The people that took them to Ghana when they were young, some of them were born in the camp. The Liberian people, they're still Liberians, but they have nobody home. Some of them, their relatives died. The older people who still living there have nobody to care for them. If they go back to Liberia, where they will resettle, where they will stay. So these are all kinds of problems they're facing. Can the Liberian government accommodate all these people? If they are sent back, would there be jobs and means for them to readjust their lives in the Liberian society? These are all things that are questions that are coming up now. They have been there ever since, but they are getting worse now. According to one of the guys that was in Ghana, helping with the resettlement in Liberia, there's a group in Liberia helping to resettle them because the Liberian government ain't doing FUSA. Useless people. They're not even thinking about the Liberian people in Ghana. So they got Liberians there who helping people voluntarily to resettle and dealing with the Ghanaian government and with the Ghanaian system. Because Ghana said they're afraid. The Ghanaians are afraid now that if they break the buildings of the Liberians down, if they deport them, there will be retribution against Ghanaians in Liberia. So they're scared too. So they call in Liberia and say, hey man, look, we got to do this thing, man, but we don't want no fuss with you in Liberia. We don't want you to be attacking our people there too and displacing them too. So that these guys trying to show the Ghanaian government that, hey, look, it ain't going to happen. But we got to work this out. You got to get with the UN High Commission. And we got to set this thing up for the resettlement of these people. Or integration into the Ghanaian system. But with the Ghanaian laws, permit these people to live as Ghanaian citizens? No. They will not accept them. The people are not as accepting as us. They will not do it. And those people are more tribal. You're not into the tribal system. You are displaced. So, here we are again now. People want to return home. There is the problem with safety. With all this ritualistic killing going on. I mean, I saw Yacinda page. She showed the picture with about 10 heads of young children that they decapitated. 10 heads. And these people say they're not killing people. I saw it. She showed it briefly because Facebook doesn't tolerate all these things. So she didn't want it to be, her site to be punished for showing that kind of picture. But she showed it briefly. About 10 or 12 heads of young children decapitated. This is the kind of killing that going on in our country. And these criminals leading our country telling us that there's no killing. That all of this is being fabricated. Nah. This is an issue for people coming home. The people in Ghana, even if they won't come home, they say, look how they're killing. We go home, we don't have nowhere to stay. We got to go hunt for places to stay. We got to go readjust our lives. Then these people killing people. and saying they're not killing people. They're scared. The second thing is, if they are removed from Ghana to Liberia, they need houses. They need a resettlement program. This is a useless, incompetent government. Corrupt. Can they provide housing for these people? 32,000 plus people. So out of the 32,000, let's estimate 20,000 of them will come home. They got housing for these people. They got area to settle these people. So resettlement, housing, and all of this, that's another issue. So we got safety, we got resettlement and housing. Then again, jealousy. These Liberian people going around Ghana like they own Ghana because they're getting the dollars from America. That is creating another problem in Ghana too. Because the Liberians there who's supposed to be refugee behaving like they own the area too. You know our people. You know our people. All this money coming from America, they're fronting it. They're not hiding it. And the Ghanaians don't like that too. And they say, look at these poor people. These people also be poor, and yet these people walking around dressing up and acting like they got own Ghana more than us. Opulence. You know our Liberian people. So right there, that jealousy right there. That's some part of jealousy. And the motto, no home to go back home to. What we go back home to? We know nobody. We got no houses. We got no resettlement program. You know, it's not like one or two people coming home. You have a barrage of people coming home. Can the government absorb these people into the system? No, they can't. The boy, one of the guests on the program were talking about how some of the offers being made to Liberian to come home were $5. They wanted to give the people $5 to come home. Then they said that they argued, they beat it, they took it up to $50. What would $50 do for you in Liberia? What would $5 do for you in Liberia? If they give you $50 and say go home to Liberia, well, how long that $50 will last you? So we in a catch-22 situation with our citizens. I don't know about the other. They're not talking about the other countries that Liberians are resettled in. What they're saying is that in the early 1990s and so and in the late 1990s, a lot of the people left these camps and were migrated to Canada, America, and different areas. So can you imagine how many people were on that camp? This 52,000 may have just been a guesstimation. But after 2006, the number diminished because people thought they could come home to LA and all of that. But people going back because people came home. I know one of my picking they came home. They picking begged me to go back, to help him go back. Now he back in Ghana. They want to move him. And he begging me to go back like I said, man, why can I kind of ching from to help you? I ain't got that kind of money. You know, you rushing to go to Ghana, now you in Ghana. Life bad, you won't go back home. But this is the plight of our people. It is not right. It's not right. Because our people are not right. Our government is not right. Our leadership is not right. Our country is not right. So we cannot attend to our people in the diaspora. Not even in Africa. And this is sad. So if we can't even take care of those people in Africa, well, they're in worse condition, because if they come to Liberia, we can face the same problem they're facing in Liberia, because we don't know what the situation of those people are in Ghana. So it will bring them. What would be infusing another group of illiteracy people with a group that already home again? So this is a challenge, man. This is a challenge. Then we in America here want to go home. Yes, we have educated people here, but how many of us are just as ignorant as those people in Liberia? How many of us are just as ignorant with our degrees and all? We know different from those people in Liberia. Because look at the leadership in Liberia. People got degrees. They got George. We are among the top educated people in Africa, and George, we can't read and write. If Africa produces leaders with doctor degree, they can't read, they can't write, they can't speak. That's bullshit. That's trouble for Africa. If George Weah is one of the top 20 or 30 educated leaders in Africa, Africa got a serious damn problem. Because George Weah ain't no more educated than the cows in the pasture. He ain't no more educated than the cows running down the street. And if he's one of the 20 top leaders educated in Africa, we got a damn serious problem in Africa. But I ain't talking about Africa. I'm not going to Africa. I ain't going to deal with Africa. That problem is too big for my head. Let me just stay with Liberia. The little smaller country, I'll stay with Liberia. The little smaller country. We got plenty trouble. The trouble plenty. Oh, plenty. Plenty. All our educated people get displaced. Even in Ghana, there are educated Liberians that need to come home. That are contributing to the Ghanaian system, that need to come home to contribute to our system. But how do you come home? Besides the crime, the corruption, the stealing, they come home, their education will be diminished. Because the system in Liberia is not even on par with the system in Ghana. So they will be coming back to Asian system. If Liberians are taking Liberians from Liberia and taking them to Ghana for treatment, you must know that our system is far backwards than Ghana. So if Liberian doctors and things in Ghana got to leave Ghana to come back to Liberia, they will be coming back to Asian systems. They will be coming back to improvising. Because there will be no system here. Our leaders are too corrupt. Our leaders have no insight of what the needs and interests of the Liberian people are. So, even when we come back home from America, man, it will be because what we learn in this country is advanced. What you're dealing with in Liberia is archaic, obsolete. So if we leave America and come back to Liberia, we will have to go back into our old ways of doing things, which is just like relearning things. Just like relearning things. I would better be useful in Liberia more than a doctor. I'm a medic. I'm a U.S. Army medic. I'm used to improvising. I'm trained to improvise, to adapt and overcome. I'm trained to go into areas where there are no medication, no treatment, and I look around for scraps and shit and patch you up. That's my job in the army. That's why when I go in the field, I carry on one bag with medication and my sticks and bandages and everything, because when anything happen to you in the forest, I gotta use what's in the forest to patch you up during war. What little I got and what little around me, I can improvise with. That's the way we are in Liberia right now. So I'm more needed as a doctor in Liberia than the real doctors in the hospital here, because they're too advanced. They're dealing with stuff that's far digital and technical. Soldiers and me are trained to go in the field and just improvise you what we got. So if I come to Liberia, whatever I see in Liberia, I will be able to use it. But the modern doctors may not be able to use it, because some of them are so advanced in their training and handling patients in this country. You know how many patients people handle in this country? That's the problem. It's not because of the knowledge alone. It's because of the service. When you're a doctor, attending to so many patients, your training is geared in a certain direction. So if you learn, if that what doctors specialize in this country, they got to specialize because they can't do everything. I appointed my doctor does everything. I don't go to specialists too much. I tell my doctor, you gotta tell me this. Well, you tell me how to do it. But everybody is specialized. You got headache, you got headache doctor. Nose ache, you got nose ache doctor. Foot ache, you got foot ache doctor. Toe ache, you got toe ache. Tongue ache, you got tongue ache. Ear ache, you got ear ache. Every kind of thing they got doctor for it. But you still gotta have one doctor who's your primary doctor. You gotta have one doctor who you go to and tell everything, and he will tell you where you can go. It's just like a shopping center. You got one doctor, you go to that one doctor with all your complaints, then he send you there and everywhere else. And all the complaints come to him, all the records come to him. So everywhere you go, they will ask you, who's your primary doctor? Because you got to have one doctor that will be your doctor. But that doctor will send you to all the other specialists. And all the other specialists will send their report to that one doctor. So that's why you always have a primary doctor in America. You still got one doctor. But because of the specialization in this country, the advancement of medication in this country, and that will make it great. That will make it great because one doctor can attend to everything. One doctor can treat everything. That's so our body is like a car. A car got different parts, man. You got plugs, spark plugs, this oil, water, all these kind of things got different divisions. Same thing with that the body. That's what doctors specialize in different things so they can concentrate on how to heal that one thing. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It's bad because you don't need too many bitches touching you or you poking their finger in you. You don't need it. But it's good again because when you have a special area like cancer, oncology, and those kind of specialized areas where you need special care, they have special doctors that deal with the measurement of the body parts, where to do the radiation, where to do the chemotherapy. All the things take math and measuring places because if they're treating you in one area, they can't spread the treatment to all areas. It could kill you. So if they're treating a lymph node, a cancerous entity in your body, they got to focus on that one entity and not everything. So if they're doing chemotherapy, radiation, everything, they focus on that one item that is cancerous. And they can't touch anything else because everything they're doing is to cure that cancer. It'll kill that cancer. So if they use radiation and spread it all over your body, they could burn different things in your body. Radiation is heat, extreme heat. It can burn, destroy. So these are the technicalities we have to understand and build our country in a way that when people come, when our people are returning, our brains will be able to pick up from where they come on and carry on instead of going back into the ancient world. And this can only be achieved when our leaders are sincere, honest, visionary. We don't have to be a rich nation to seek the path of progress and advancement. We don't have to be a rich nation, but we have to have honest leaders. We have to have sincere leaders. We have to have leaders that mean what they say and say what they mean. And don't be bullshitters. That's all. But when we're in a country where everybody's stealing, when your whole objective to life is to hustle, we cannot achieve anything. We cannot move our nation from one area to the next area. We can't. And this is why my next topic is important. I will end my topic on this Buduburum camp now. We have a lot of work to do. The people have been given from now until December before that camp will be demolished. How many Liberians can be repatriated and resettled home? We don't know. What kind of efforts are needed to assist with this process to help our people? We don't know. When the leadership is weak at home, we in the diaspora are weakened as well. Because to help people, you got to have information. To help people, you got to have good and sincere information. And you got to have people on the ground that believe in the cause, that are sincere and honest too. Because it's hard when we take our efforts and send it to Liberia and Ghana and all the places to help our people. Then you have the same people who try to promote these things, the rogues, just like the government officials in Liberia. That's a problem, a serious, serious problem. And how do we alleviate all these things? We need leaders. We need leaders. Leaders who understand what their duties are, how deep their responsibilities to our people extend. And if you don't understand, you can understand your duty, but if you don't understand the significance of your duties, accomplishment to your people's survival, to form that nexus, we can't grow. Because everybody will just be there for the money and for the self-preservation, but not for the national survival of our people and country. And this is where our weakness is, in our leaders' ability to see our country as part of them, to see our country as an interest that must be fulfilled and achieved and accomplished. And if they don't see our country in that light, patriotism to them is dead. Let me go take a break there. I go on my second lesson. Okay? dissolve the coalition of political parties. Listen to Henry Costa.
You can come to Liberia after 35 freaking years working at Coca-Cola. You come to Liberia and all of a sudden you pretend that you are a damn savior, you are the Messiah, you are a saint, and everybody else is a damn crook, only to be found to be a damn crook yourself, tampering with the document because you're so damn desperate to be president. You must be president by all means. You don't want to be vice president. You don't want to be senator. You don't want to serve in any other position. You must be president. You are so damn desperate that you will do absolutely anything you try to become president. You will even commit a crime to be president. And now you've been caught with your hands in the cookie jar. Ain't nobody coming to tell me to be quiet. This is just me. If you can't accept this, Henry Costa, that's it. This is just me. This is not how we change Liberia. We don't change Liberia when somebody commits a crime, a terrible crime, then we say, let's just handle it inside. Let's go talk about this inside. I'm not talking about this inside with absolutely anybody. I'm not going to do that with absolutely anybody. When Mr. Cummings takes to the podium, tells the Liberian people that I committed this crime and I am sorry, that's it. That's it. That's it. When he says that, then it is up to the people who support him to continue to support him. But he must own up to his crime.
That was Henry Costa on his show this morning. The coalition of political parties, CPP, the opposition party to George Weah's party, the only opposition party right now, is in a mess. It's in a mess. And I agree 100% with Henry Costa. I agree with him. Because I don't know what Elliot Cummings was thinking when he went and changed the Constitution around. When he went and tampered with the documents. You can't do that. What are you trying to prove, Elliot Cummings? You tamper with the documents, then you take the people's signatories page and put it to a document that they didn't acknowledge and file it. That's grave corruption, man. That's stealing. For a young man like Eric Cummings, man, or man who say what with Coca-Cola company, what will Coca-Cola officials say about Eric Cummings' behavior? Because certainly if he can do it now, that's something he has done before. That's something he has done before. Did they hurt other people? We don't know. But for a man who wants to lead the Republic of Liberia, to falsify documents and tamper with documents and alter documents in such a grave area as this, a coalition, you alter the documents to put yourself in a better position over other people, and you think you'll get away with it? That's just asinine, man. Now they're caught with their hands in the damn cookie jar, and they cannot come up to the public and make their report and say, yes, Eric Cummings did tamper with the document. Yes, there are changes here that were not in the original document. Yes, this was not a document that was done ab initio. They can't do that. And it's a stinking shame. And I stand with Costa. And many of us who want to see changes in Liberia got to stand together and demand it. Because it's the only way our country will change, man. This is the same for peace sake bullshit. They won't stop. They caught with their hands in the cookie jar. Now they're calling everybody into a secret meeting to say, hey, this is damage control. Damage control. We can't do it. It will destroy the party. And what kind of party? This is a Fusa party. This is a corrupt, useless coalition. This coalition must fail. Let everybody go on their own and fight. If you can come to if you can make up your minds what you want to do, if the deceitfulness and lies and treachery so bad, why do you people got to stay together? Why? Break the hell up and you'll go their different ways. Now it is evident that Elliot Cummings and ANC in what Fusa. Let Elliot Cummings take himself and go. How you punish Elliot Cummings? Well, you take him to court and take him to jail and all that shit to do what? Waste your time? What would do? And the law in Liberia? You better dissolve this organization. Even if you harmonize things, we can't. Liberians cannot live under systems, leaders who are untrustworthy, who are deceitful. We've done that for too long, man. We gotta try and change it. Let's try a little bit, man. Because reflecting on all of us, man. It's reflecting on all of us. And Casa is right, man. Casa is right. He's right. He's right. We can't let this go. We can't cover it up. There's nothing to talk about here. This is corruption. The same corruption we've been fighting against from time immemorial. And every time the damn thing pops its hair up, we want to negotiate. We want to put it under the table. We want to put it at rest. No, it is not right. The time of the true Liberian people revolution is how we do things. People got to be punished. People got to be castigated for their actions against us. We can't continue to put things under the bed and silence things. This is not a family entity we're running. The Republic of Liberia is not a damn family business. It's a country, and we must run the country with laws. We must run a country on a rule of simple law and order. You break the law, you go to jail. You are an official. You tamper with our documents. You got to be brought out and punished. And this coalition, man, is a fast coalition. Y'all know this coalition ain't gonna work. Y'all know it. Benani, you got problem. Here, Alec Cummings got problem. Liberal Musa Benedict got problem. Liberty Party got problem. You just break the shit up and all of y'all run on your own, okay? Please. That's my lesson for this area. Let me move on. The Patriot. I always like to leave a topic sometimes for the Patriot because this is what we miss in our country today. Patriots. We miss men and women who love Liberia to die for Liberia. We miss men and women who know their duties and responsibilities to the Republic of Liberia extend far beyond, far beyond the tribal lineages, beyond the conquer and conquer bullshit, beyond the deceitfulness of some of the Americans. It go far beyond that. Our calling as a people doesn't mean more to us, because through us, our country survives. Through our laws, we prosper and advance. As patriots, we have grave responsibilities that go beyond our personal interests, and it touches our divine understanding of life. Because if we don't understand what it means to be patriots of a country, to be proud men and women of a nation with history, a struggle of its people, of the strengths and weaknesses of its people combined in every aspect of our lives. How will we generate that patriotism? We need to stand for our country when our call to defend it rests on our very lives. Who here can die for Liberia today? Can say, I would rather die for Liberia. Not many people. All the talk, we talk Liberia. Our patriotism is weak. Our patriotism is dead. Because to have patriots, you must have people who understand the meaning of leadership, the meaning of nationhood, the meaning of unification and integration of the people you want to lead. And if you don't understand those things, there is no way we can lead our country from this level to any level that is prosperous and adventurous for us. No, because we don't understand what it means to sacrifice. We don't understand what it means to give up something to get what we want. Only patriots understand that. And patriotism comes from that deep core of loyalty and honesty and trustworthiness that true people that love their country have for their country. And I don't see it in my people in Liberia. It's all about tribe. Liberian people love their tribe more than they love Liberia. And that is a misunderstanding and mischaracterization of patriotism. That's not patriotism. That's tribalism. You can't love Nima County or the Giu or the Manu people more than you love Liberia. You can't. Then you're not a patriot. When you're a patriot, you got to understand what it means, because patriotism transcends tribe, transcends ethnicity, transcends barriers that keep us divided. Patriots don't want to be divided. We want to come together, because the more we come together and spread our dreams and our ambitions and our ideals, it makes us strong, not weak. When you say, I want to fight the Bassa County because I'm a Bassa man and Bassa is part of the Republic of Liberia, so I will leave Monrovia and go fight to defend Bassa. That's patriotism. That's patriotism. I listened to Henry, to what they born name? Francis Do this morning talking about Congo people, how Congo people can't be leader no more. They will kick the Congo people out of the country. That's an idiot. I thought Francis Do was better than that. But when I heard him this morning, I said, this man's an idiot. Yes, we talk about Congo country thing, because I think they're existing. We talk about faults of our country people. We talk about faults of our country people. We got facts to prove it. Everything we talk about We got facts to prove it. Our native people deceitful. Our Congo people deceitful. Our American people deceitful. We got proof. We can prove it. But you can't sit down here and say, no damn native man will be president of Liberia no more. We got to get a native bitch out of here. That's the same thing the country people, the Congo people sing. Then you got a young man like Francis Duo who's supposed to be more progressive, talking that kind of stupid thing. Why he ain't talking that shit this morning? I said, what wrong with this stupid boy? I told the man was supposed to be enlightening people. He's going into the toilet. He's taking us into the toilet now. Yeah, we got our problems. But our problems can't rest on Congo and countries bullshit. It's bigger than that. Our problem is greed, animosity, lies, treachery, treacherous people. Those are our enemies. Those are our enemies. From since I knew my people, we've been one people and one nation. Or else there will be no Liberia. Look at all the war we've been through. Look at all the killing and fighting. We still consider ourselves one nation, one people. Now Liberians talking about taking African Americans to Liberia to show them our nation, where they came from, that they are part of that country. Then you got a stupid man like Francis Dude talking that stupid thing. You got to join the revolution, man. Yes, we can get mad sometimes. We can get mad sometimes. And everything rests on the fact. Look at right now, look at our leaders, so indigenous guys leading our country today. And they are more wicked to indigenous people than the Congo people ever was. That's a fact. That's not a damn lie. Nobody polishing things up. It is a fact. Yes, Congo people stole. They did some useless shit. So we're going to take all this shit and take it in the future with us? No. This is where patriotism stop all this stuff. And say enough is enough. Look at the stealing. Look at the lies. Look at the killing. It's not about country or Congo. It's about Liberian people. These bitches stealing from us. And we're sitting here talking about country, Congo stupidness while the people stealing from us. All these damn roads going around here, country and Congo, they are rogues. Liberian rogues. When they're stealing from us, they don't be thinking about Congo and country. They're joined together to steal. You take Ellen alone stole, Ellen joined with all the guys and stole, Prince Johnson, all of them stealing. And you got to cease and desist. That's why we need patriots. We need patriots. We can have our little country and Congo first. But when it comes to Liberia, there's no country and Congo. We stand on one ground. We speak for truth and justice and liberty and right against wrong. That's what makes us patriots. And before I leave, I'll just tell you, you don't understand this? Go in the mirror, check yourself before you wreck yourself. We can have our tribal bullshit. We can have our own dislike and likes and all of that. But when it comes to people stealing our money, when it comes to people tampering our documents, when it comes to people taking away from our children what is rightfully theirs, it has nothing to do with country and Congo. It has nothing to do with native and backward. It has to do with Liberianism. And this is where I stand. It's time for us to punish these damn Liberian rogues. Because as patriots, we are Liberian people. You're not Congo, you're not country. When people stealing from us, they're stealing from all of us. When people killing our children, they're destroying our damn future. To stop the Congo and country shit. And we need to be punished. We need to catch them and let them know The money is not for country and Congo people. Our laws, not for country and Congo people. Our children's survival and future, not for Congo and country people. You mess with it and think it's a Congo and country philosophy you're playing with, will teach you a lesson that is Liberian, and you never forget. The time of the true Liberian people's revolution is now. We must rise up as one. We must rise up as patriots. We must know what is ours, and people can't steal it. People can't tamper with it. People can't lie to us. That is the foundation of patriotism. Aluta, continua, my pass it down. Have a good day.